ISBR College and ISBR Law College, Bangalore are an integral part of ISBR Group of Institutions. With the academic direction of ISBR Business School, which is rated among the top 3% of management colleges in India, ISBR College and ISBR Law College aim to further higher education, providing the best of academic infrastructure to students and all its stakeholders.
ISBR celebrating 28 years in education. A single roof where theory and practical goes hand in hand for better understanding of oneself and the world around. As our college is located in the hub of MNCs, it's a great opportunity for our students to get constantly in touch with the corporate world. ISBR Group of Institutions, a real world, real learning.
The leadership at ISBR thrives hard to create an atmosphere wherein both students and faculty can pursue boundless knowledge.
The faculty at ISBR is well versed in their academics as well as act as a family to the students by caring and protecting like one.
Industrial visit is an integral part of our curriculum. It helps students to coordinate with concepts and practical aspects of management. In an academic year, we visit more than 7 industries. Some of the important organizations like MOOC, Control S, Akshaya Patra and Wipro.
At ISBR, we aim to promote experiential learning through a perfect blend of theory and practice to present a better understanding about oneself and the world around.
ISBR provides a lot of internship opportunities. This helps the student to get experience and exposure for their upcoming corporate journey. Also, students from all over the nation join ISBR. This gives diverse cultural environment.
Education at ISBR prepares its students to think boldly and act confidently. Whatsoever may be their chosen field of profession, we aim to prepare students for life, ingraining in them skills for life.
ISBR celebrating 28 years in education. A single roof where theory and practical goes hand in hand for better understanding of oneself and the world around. As our college is located in the hub of MNCs, it's a great opportunity for our students to get constantly in touch with the corporate world. ISBR Group of Institutions, a real world, real learning.
ISBR provides a lot of internship opportunities. This helps the student to get experience and exposure for their upcoming corporate journey. Also, students from all over the nation join ISBR. This gives diverse cultural environment.
Industrial visit is an integral part of our curriculum. It helps students to coordinate with concepts and practical aspects of management. In an academic year, we visit more than 7 industries. Some of the important organizations like MOOC, Control S, Akshaya Patra and Wipro.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. This is a statement ISBR profoundly believes in, which is why there are numerous co-curricular and extracurricular activities conducted which help the students hone their inner talents and skills. The faculty at ISBR is well versed in their academics as well as act as a family to the students by caring and protecting like one.
ISBR offers a very good environment for the student. It grooms and facilitates us according to the environment of outer world and gives a very good corporate exposure. Each and every activity in ISBR help us to groom ourselves and also attain some new knowledge. Placement department help us in our interviews and also place us in very good organization, which is a good start for our careers.
Students, it's important that you realize what your dreams are after 2 years when you exit this institute. This institute is going to give you everything that you need, the guidance and the direction. It's up to you how much you inculcate, incorporate and factor it into your strategy. We are there for you, we are always there for you, but unless you take 3 steps ahead, will we have 1 step ahead for you to move forward and give you the required momentum. So please get your thought clear, get your act together and move forward in the right direction in which you endeavor to do. Wishing you all the best and a great career at ISBR.
C-Talks is an integral part of ISBR's curriculum. where we bring in CEOs from across industry and functional verticals. They spend quality time with our students for a whole of half day, take them through the nuances of the realities in the outside world, allow them to bridge the industry academia skills gap by mentoring them for a year, and probably induct them if they found good.
ISBR is a great place to get the industry exposure. That's how I got placed 3 years back from the campus. I hope the youngsters do the same. And it's great mentoring done by the professors, and that's how you'll achieve your success.
Hi, I came for a session out here in ISBR in Bangalore, which is in Electronic City. It's a pretty good place, open outdoor, and probably like people are very much familiar out here. On the other side, the hospitality was really good. I came for a session which was interacting with the fresher session, and a lot of people and a lot of students who have come up, they are very interactive. They talk a lot, they ask more questions, which was more interactive for me, and understanding that what is their expectation, and it was more easy for me to understand and go back to my business and tell about these are the students which we are available in the market, and we can actually observe them for the next opportunity.
Hi, I'm Gaurav from Infosys, and today was a unique opportunity where I get to deliver a talk in International School of Business and Research. Now, this talk primarily talked about the industry insights and what are the expectations students should have from the industry when they're going to join the corporate job. And I purposely found that the atmosphere was very conducive. Students were quite aware about what needs to be done. In fact, this session was in conjunction with felicitation of high flyers who were there and shared their experiences when they appeared for such interviews. So personally, I think the school and the faculty, and in fact the entire ecosystem within ISBR, is joining hands together to put together a whole set of framework in place which prepares students strongly to appear for their interviews, for their placements, and what to look ahead in corporate life. I'm from marketing function in technology industry, and what I shared over here was exactly what we look in freshers there, and students were reciprocative of that. They accepted and acknowledged that this is what they're making themselves ready on: skill development, on their practical insights, on connecting the dots, on being aware. So I think all of these things put together were making sense, and I'm wishing students all the best. I'm wishing faculty and the staff over there, the administrative staff, to keep organizing such sessions, ensure we have a stronger industry academia connect, and I will look forward to more such opportunities and associations with ISBR.
While choosing for a PGDM program, I wanted to assure that I settle for nothing but the best. I was looking out for schools with strong industry interactions, and guess what? I found that in ISBR.
ISBR's journey is a delight in itself. It gives you an amazing platform to redefine yourself with everyday new learning. It helps you create fundamentals of life both professionally and personally.
A single roof where theory and practice go hand in hand to present better understanding about oneself and the world around him.
The incredible breadth and depth of curriculum at ISBR has given me an amazing opportunity to tailor my path. I feel not only academically fulfilled but also well prepared to lead with strength.
We have a mentorship session every week. For this, we are divided into different groups, and each group is allotted one mentor. This mentor guides us throughout our trimester. To make things more fun, we have challenges every month. So I can say that you're going to have loads of fun.
C-Talks is an integral part of ISBR's curriculum, where we bring in CEOs from across industry and functional verticals. They spend quality time with our students for a whole of half day, take them through the nuances of the realities in the outside world, allow them to bridge the industry academia skills gap by mentoring them for a year, and probably induct them if they found good.
I love the wonderful campus. I got to make a lot of friends from different places. My world has indeed broadened. I'm happy I chose this path.
ISBR aims to prepare students for life, making them a leader. Welcome to the real world and real learning. Welcome to ISBR.
ISBR celebrating 28 years in education. A single roof where theory and practical goes hand in hand for better understanding of oneself and the world around. As our college is located in the hub of MNCs, it's a great opportunity for our students to get constantly in touch with the corporate world. ISBR group of institutions, a real world, real learning.
Students, it's important that you realize what your dreams are after 2 years when you exit this institute. This institute is going to give you everything that you need, the guidance and the direction. It's up to you how much you inculcate, incorporate and factor it into your strategy. We are there for you, we are always there for you, but unless you take 3 steps ahead, will we have 1 step ahead for you to move forward and give you the required momentum. So please get your thought clear, get your act together and move forward in the right direction in which you endeavor to do. Wishing you all the best and a great career at ISBR.
ISBR College and ISBR Law College, Bangalore are an integral part of ISBR Group of Institutions. With the academic direction of ISBR Business School, which is rated among the top 3% of management colleges in India, ISBR College and ISBR Law College aim to further higher education, providing the best of academic infrastructure to students and all its stakeholders.
ISBR celebrating 28 years in education. A single roof where theory and practical goes hand in hand for better understanding of oneself and the world around. As our college is located in the hub of MNCs, it's a great opportunity for our students to get constantly in touch with the corporate world. ISBR group of institutions, a real world, real learning.
The leadership at ISBR thrives hard to create an atmosphere wherein both students and faculty can pursue boundless knowledge.
The faculty at ISBR is well versed in their academics as well as act as a family to the students by caring and protecting like one.
Industrial visit is an integral part of our curriculum. It helps students to coordinate with concepts and practical aspects of management. In an academic year, we visit more than 7 industries. Some of the important organizations like MOOC, Control S, Akshaya Patra and Wipro.
At ISBR, we aim to promote experiential learning through a perfect blend of theory and practice to present a better understanding about oneself and the world around.
ISBR provides a lot of internship opportunities. This helps the student to get experience and exposure for their upcoming corporate journey. Also, students from all over the nation join ISBR. This gives diverse cultural environment.
Education at ISBR prepares its students to think boldly and act confidently, whatsoever may be the chosen field of profession. We aim to prepare students for life, ingraining in them skills for life.
The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to excellence. A very good morning to one and all. The world is recovering from a pandemic, but life has to go on. Dreams and aspirations cannot be compromised. Today, on this special day, we mark the beginning of a new academic session. We have with us a new batch of young students with dreams in their heart, all ready to begin an enriching journey with ISBR institutions. I, Bhargavi Barua, Assistant Professor of ISBR Institution, welcome you all to today's virtual inaugural program. For today's session, we have with us a very special guest, Dr. Professor R. Venkata Rao, former Vice Chancellor, National Law University, as the chief guest. We also have with us Shri Vasudev Mukherjee, Head International Research at CII, and Shri Shiv Kumar Sharma, former General Manager, Airport Authority of India. We also have Shri Ajit Chakravarti, CEO of Top Software BPO Companies, Branch Chairman of IACC Karnataka Chapter, as the guest of honor. I also take the privilege to welcome all the esteemed directors of ISBR institution, corporate guests, who are also the part of today's program. We also have with us Shri Manish Kothari, Managing Director, ISBR Institution, and Professor Tapan Nayak, Principal ISBR College, on the dais for today's event. Last but not the least, I wholeheartedly welcome all the faculties and students for today's inaugural session. The day is not far when we will meet in person. But as of now, let's meet and greet one another in this virtual platform. Any auspicious occasion is not complete without the blessings of Lord Almighty. A prayer is a process that helps us to look into ourselves, that enlightens our spirit by showing us brighter path. I would like to request our professors, Professor Chandni, Asha and Rekha, for the invocation song. Let's begin the program with the blessings of Almighty.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदेवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलाक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपागण्डगण्डगाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Thank you, professors. The invocation song was really soulful. All our activities should be governed by the light of knowledge, especially the knowledge of dharma. A lamp teaches you to be upright, rise upwards and dispel darkness. Knowledge removes ignorance, just as light removes darkness. Hence, we light the lamp to bow down to knowledge as the greatest of all forms of wealth. I request all the distinguished luminaries on the dais to step forward and light the lamp. what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but an habit. ISBR, with a rich heritage of 30 years, is stepping into a new academic year. We always focus on the holistic development of students by ensuring proper learning environment with excellent faculty support and exciting industry interaction. ISBR as an institution always strive for the best. Now I request Professor Tapan Nayak, Principal ISBR College, to address the gathering and welcome everyone on board.
Respected Dr. R. Venkata Rao, former Vice Chancellor of National Law School of India, University, Bangalore, Sri Vasudev Mukherjee, Head International Research and Confederation of Indian Industry, Sri Ajit Chakravarti, an alumni of IIT Kanpur and Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, Sri Shiv Kumar Sharma, former General Manager, Airport Authority of India, Sri Manish Kothari ji, our founder, ISBR Group of Institutions, BT Group of Colleges and Director of Oxford College, Hubli, Sri Praveen KN, he is a KS officer, Assistant Commissioner of ITBT, Government of Karnataka, Ms. Shruti, Principal Associate, Fox and Mandal, Kolkata, Mr. Prasant Des, Shivdas and Shivdas Law Firm, Bangalore, our directors, advocates, member of the Governing Council, corporate guests, associates of foreign universities, faculty member, staff, parents, and my dear students, a very good morning to all. I am really privileged and immense honor today for getting this opportunity to deliver this welcome address in this special occasion. At the very outset, I, on behalf of ISBR, wish all the new students a very warm welcome to our ISBR College. I congratulate all of you for having secured a seat in this prestigious institution. This is the first step towards fulfillment of your dreams, and for the next academic year that you are here, we hope that you are gathered the best of knowledge and experience, which will help you step into the bright and secure future. ISBR is an NBA accredited and platinum institute by AICTE, along with other global ranking. ISBR also a pioneer in providing quality education program, catering the multi-section of students from various UG and PG stream, along with research and fellowship program since last 3 decades. In recent time, we changed our teaching methodology. Due to the COVID, most of the people are affected and they are in serious conditions. ISBR Digital Academy will fulfill the dream of our students by preparing various courses through digital platform. We recruit quality faculties, trainer, which is top in class, to incubate students and create good ambience to them. We encourage with the students' community and various level of activities to make them very strong. For most of you, this might be the first time that you are away from home. You might face problems during the stay in our campus and trying to adjust to the new environment. I can assure you that the teacher and of our staff of our college are available every time and they will stand behind you for any time. And you can freely discuss your problem with them. You always have given priority for your future prosperous life in your upskilling of various factors like community skills, business studies, interpersonal skill, technical experience, social media, marketing, AI-based learning, legal aid camp we have conducted several times. We train students for judiciary academy exam. We have done the mediation for the real cases in our campus. We have done the drafting. We given the training to the students for how to draft the legal cases. To save the student for their future, which hold well in their career prospect for multi-discipline. Let's together strive towards the better employability for students coming from the different discipline and streams. We have created structured training method apart from their regular studies like digital marketing, business analysis with Python, Excel foundation courses, Tally ERP, interview cracking skills, cloud computing, design thinking and innovation management, cyber security and IATA-based certificate program for the aviation students. We also developed the foundation course in legal methods, drafting and judiciary academy preparatory courses for the student, along with our regular CMA and SCCA international certificate programs. We have provided summer internship with more than 100 plus companies associated with us for the various programs. The student of ISBR is determined to be skill oriented. It creates the ability to think positive. We know that during their stay they will be highly motivated and create their new identity in their own field of studies. It will make their parents happy as well as college, and their career enhancement also will be very good. We introduce experts for the skill development and skill building program to increase the confidence level for the student during their stay at the campus. Our continuous efforts and practices will make them self-dependent, generate own leadership skill, and enable themselves to handle their own problems in future. I wish all of them a very best career ahead. Thank you very much. I have a message for the students that your orientation program will start immediately after ending of this inaugural function. One of the trainer, Mr. Deepak Justin, is a very motivated speaker. He has delivered more than 1,000 motivated talk to the diverse areas. So he will be one of the trainer for a couple of days. He will give you best training and he will develop your skill before you come offline to our campus. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I request the dignitaries Shri Manish Kothari and Professor Tapan Naik to unveil the academic year 2021. Thank you, sir. Finally, the wait has come to an end, and it's the time to hear from our guest. I request Professor Brinda to introduce our esteemed guest to the audience.
Thank you, Professor Bhargavi. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. I feel elated to introduce our guest of honor, Shri Vasudev Mukherjee, the head International Research at Confederation of Indian Industry, former head All India Management Association and Confederation of Indian Industry. Shri Vasudev Mukherjee joined Confederation of Indian Industry in 1992 as a member of Harvard Business School study teams. Over the years, he has worked in various divisions of CII, including economics and taxation. He even worked in CII's US office. In 2011, he joined the Indian Staff Federation, a new body set up by HR majors to represent the interest of temporary staffing industry as its first executive director. In 2013, he returned to CII by taking in charge of international research. I request Sri Vasudev Mukherjee to address the audience on this platform.
Mr. Kothari, Professor Nayak, Professor Nagabhushanam, my fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure to be with you all today. As Lao Tzu once said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Today, you have taken that all-important step with ISBR. Heartiest congratulations to you all. As you enter your journey, the world that you knew is changing and will require businesses to be swift and nimble-footed. The fact that we have gathered here today on this virtual platform is testimony to the global nature of the COVID-19 pandemic and how it has impacted virtually every aspect of our lives. Today, business leaders are navigating a broad range of interrelated issues that span from keeping their employees safe and customers safe, shoring up cash and liquidity, reorienting operations, and navigating complicated government support programs. The economic landscape has been definitively altered this year in the aftermath of the coronavirus pandemic. With no cure in sight, businesses will have to learn to survive in this changed world for at least the next 12 to 18 months, in which time a vaccine is expected. That said, a befitting policy response is expected to alleviate the pain and have far-reaching bearing on the economy, both in the short and long term. The adverse impact of the pandemic started with the disruptions in the global supply chains, which later precipitated into an ominous compression in demand. As a result, multilateral organizations across the board have cut their global forecast, with the International Monetary Fund now expecting the global economy to contract sharply in the current year. In order to alleviate the stress which ensured the strict lockdowns implemented to arrest the spread of the contagion, governments across the globe, including India, have undertaken measures to tackle the impact of the pandemic. The COVID-19 outbreak has accelerated global trends arising from various economic and geopolitical developments. Factors that were affecting investment flows included rising wage levels in China, emergence of new technology, the US-China trade war, and changing business strategies, among others. The pandemic severely disrupted value chains, especially those that were focused on advanced manufactured goods and located in China. The crisis has highlighted the unsustainable nature of the region's heavy dependence on one nation for its trade needs. The world is now seeking to strengthen its supply chains, resistance to future shocks by engaging in regional diversification and by reducing supply chain redundancies. Many companies have now felt the need to hedge their risks and adopt a China plus one approach. At a time of shifting global value chains following COVID-19, India's robust and rapid reforms process offers an immense opportunity as the new marketing destination of the world. This is supported by India's huge market, a young workforce, and rising technological capabilities. Over the past few months, the Government of India has unveiled a slew of measures that would help the Indian economy battle and recover from the adverse impact of the COVID-19 crisis. With a focus on promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat, transformational and structural reforms that have been introduced across several key areas will be instrumental in rebuilding the Indian economy and pave the way for a sustained economic revival. In addition to this, in the recent past, we have seen a phenomenal explosion in India's technology adoption, be it the common consumer accessing digital platforms, opening of the space sector for private firms, setting up of R&D sectors by global majors in the country, or internalizing technology in business. Areas that are opening up for Indian industry in terms of advanced manufacturing, clinical trials and medical technology and joint R&D programs. Research, innovation and skill development support can be provided in emerging technology areas such as augmented reality, virtual reality, drones, robotics and additive manufacturing. In addition, a concerted effort to push exports is also required to bolster growth. There is an opportunity for India to increase its share of global exports as companies look to diversify their import partners. Specifically, the space vacated by China in sectors such as pharmaceutical APIs, auto components, electronics, textiles and apparels can be an opportunity for India if we are able to produce at a higher scale and lower cost. We are confident that with these measures, India and the Indian economy will be able to rebound very quickly and once again achieve the high growth trajectory which it was once on. Thank you.
Many thanks for volunteering your precious time to deliver an inspiring speech. Thank you, sir. We also have been joined by another guest of honor. I take immense pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Sri Shivakumar Sharma, former General Manager, Airport Authority of India. Sri Shivakumar Sharma is the Professor of Aviation and Management, Galgotias University, with 38 years of aviation industry experience. He is a professional turned aviation educationist. He is having a good command in teaching aviation law and rules, aviation marketing and economy, aerodrome design and planning, air traffic management, airport management and cargo management. He is the former General Manager of Airports Authority of India and has worked with airlines and other educational institutions. He has worked at IGI Airport and Kolkata Airport. He has headed Airport Authority of India, Mumbai region with 30 airports under control and Delhi region of Airport Authority of India with 28 airports. He is having excellent experience in implementing initiatives, policies and strategies to develop good operational HR functions with talent acquisition, engagement, learning and development, compensation, budgeting and costing, etc. We feel so proud to have such a great trainer, team player as a guest of honor with us today. I request him to address the gathering on this platform.
उद्मेन ही सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथे न हि सुप्तस्य सिंहस्य प्रविशन्ति mukhe mriga. This is a very famous Sanskrit shloka which explains that work gets accomplished by putting effort and certainly not by mere wishful thinking. It further says that deer certainly do not enter a sleeping lion's mouth. The meaning of this shloka is further clear that without putting efforts you cannot achieve success in your life, whether it is personal life or professional life. Good morning, distinguished guests and students. I welcome you all to the ISBR group of institutions. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today and welcome you to this amazing community. If you are anything like I was when I started my studies, you are sitting here feeling a million different emotions and asking yourself a million different questions. Did I mistake or did I make the right choice? Is this worth the sacrifice I have made to get here? And perhaps, as you have already heard, you are not the admissions mistake. In fact, I can assure each and every one of you that you are here because you deserve to be, and because you can bring something new and exciting to this diverse learning community. So, dear students, you are welcome to develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. When Principal Sir Professor Tapan Nayak asked me to speak to you this morning, I began wondering what advice would have been most useful to you during your first year. I imagine all of you have arrived ISBR knowing exactly what you want to study and intend to stay focused on that topic. I think that's great. But I also encourage you to be open to new ideas, experiences, and directions. You are learning from the greatest in the field and with the best and the brightest surrounding you, and will undoubtedly be a challenge to you to think about new topics or view old topics in a new way. You never know when something might temper your interest. I also arrived convinced that I was not an academician but a leader. During my days with the Airports Authority of India and with many other organizations and academic institutions, I have seen many transformations happening many a times to me. I also imagine that you are also going to witness many of the miracles in your life. It is my firm belief that you all shall be open to the changes and challenges that may come your way. My recent experience as an academician has transformed me to learn and learn more and more. Though I was an HR professional, but when I was offered a challenging position of professor for aviation and to teach aviation to the MBA and BBA students, it was because of my background and experience with the aviation industry. I took this challenge at this age, as there is no end of learning, and this has turned me as a different person. Dear students, the community of friends and colleagues you will find here is like no other. Every day you will learn from your professors, mentors and peers, and feel supported by an amazing group of mentors and colleagues. When it's time for your first professional presentation, your oral exam, or even when you are appearing for job interview or job talk, there will be an endless number of people willing to spend as many hours as you need listening to you practice, providing you with feedback and helping you fight with your bullets in PowerPoints, and surely it is going to happen. And if life throws you a curveball, the entire community will rally around you to offer support, guidance, and a shoulder to cry. Look around you. The contemporaries will be your friends, your colleagues, and perhaps most importantly, your stats partners. Don't hesitate to call upon them when you need to, personally or professionally. I developed this habit in my entire professional life. Whenever there was a problem, whenever there was a crisis, thinking that when there is a will, there is a way, I approached all my people, even my juniors also, to get support from them. They will be your best source of support, and they will help you make the most of your experience here. I guarantee there will be times when you wonder why you are here. That's natural. But the people around you and on this campus will be there to remind you of the reasons. The relationships you develop here with the faculty, staff, mentor and the students, that is going to help you to build your career. You are all here because you want to become the movers and shakers in the future. So, my dear friends, my other advice to you would be to be a positive person, think positively, adopt positivity in your life, because nothing is impossible in this world when you carry positivity in your mind. Create positive attitude. Don't carry ego. Ego is not going to help you anymore. Whereas simple behavior, giving respect to others, giving respect to seniors, giving respect to your parents, giving respect to even your juniors, that is not going to harm you. You will become a leader, a good leader, who will lead a company, who can lead a group of people. You can be an entrepreneur. You can be anything. Now I would like to share one biggest story of motivation. There was a poor boy. He lost his father at the very tender age of 7 or 8 years, and he was struggling to bring some food or eatables for his mother and his sister. He started working at very small age of 10 years, doing small jobs in the morning or in the evening and studying during daytime. At the age of 15 or 16 years, he got a private job with an entrepreneur, with an electrical items shop, wherein he used to work day and night. He was putting all his efforts. Since he was having something different in his mind, he started working on that, and he developed a socket, electrical socket, which was outrightly rejected by his employer to go for selling of that gadget, selling of that socket. He approached many of the traders, many of the people around the market, but no one recognized his efforts and rejected the socket developed by him. He requested for help, financial help and this personal help to his family and friends. All rejected his support. All rejected to support him. Finally, he thought that he is not going to sell this gadget or sell this socket. But when there is a will, there is a way. All of a sudden, he got an order of 100 sockets, and from that point of time, he never looked back. He produced many of electrical items, electronic items, and now he is serving the global. His products are available everywhere in the world. Won't you like to know the name of the person who has become entrepreneur from a very poor family? And what is the name of his product? He is the owner of Panasonic equipments, Panasonic electronics in Japan. His products are available everywhere in the world. Now, this is a time for you also. You can become entrepreneur, you can become anything in your life, but you have to adopt simple life. I conclude by offering you some simple advice for how to make the best of your experience, your knowledge and skills. Don't keep them to yourself. Challenge yourself and your peers on a daily basis. embrace one another's passions for education, communities, policy, practices, positiveness, presentation, and many more things are there. Absorb everything and above all, have fun. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
I need to multiply the word thank you by thousands times to match it with the effort you have taken to deliver such a memorable speech. We wholeheartedly thank you, sir. We have one more gem to be added to the crown. I feel privileged to present our guest of honor, Sri Ajit Chakravarti, IIT Kanpur, IIM Calcutta, former HR head HCL, Asian Paints, CEO of top software BPO companies, brand chairman of IACC Karnataka chapter. Sri Ajit Chakravarti is a BTech IIT Kanpur, holds a postgraduate qualification in business management from IIM Calcutta. He had 5-year stint as an independent management consultant and trainer based at Bombay with a client list comprising of a number of blue chip companies. He was appointed the CEO and EVP of the software entity of Pertec Computers Limited called Mindware. Under his leadership spanning 4 years, the organization acquired the distinction of being the fastest growing software unit and achieved the status of being the second largest exporter of software to Japan. In 1999, he took over as the president and CEO of Ashok Leyland Information Technology. In May 2002, he joined KK Birla Group with responsibility for global HR. He has been mentoring and coaching CXOs and rendering advisory services to corporates. He also assists startups to get off the ground. Sir, I request you to address the gathering on this platform.
Mr. Kothari, Professor Tapan Nayak, students who are joining the undergraduate program, as well as those who are joining the law program, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome each and every student who is joining the program in ISBR. As each one of them, I'm sure, knows that this is an institution which has got a reputation built over the years. And like any other human being, as years grow, the foundations of the institution become stronger. And I'm sure each one of you who is joining your respective programs has come with a lot of hope, expectation, optimism, and desire to get started in your careers after the program is over. Let me begin by giving you an example of a nature's marvel. I do not know how many of you have actually seen a larva moving into a pupa and then ultimately becoming a butterfly. Now you must be wondering as to why I have given this example. I will come back to it and leave it to your imagination to figure out as to why I gave this example. Let me now narrate a few words from the famous poets Robert Frost and of course Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. The words of Robert Frost are, the woods are lovely, dark and deep. I have miles to go and miles to cover. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, his words, of course, said at a time when, we were struggling to become free from the British rule. His words were, where the head is held high and the mind is without fear, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. Now, you may wonder as to why I have used these couplets to describe your journey of learning that begins once you join this program. You see, as each one of you has come with a lot of hopes and aspirations and optimism, okay, I'm sure, as you join the program, many of the terms which will be used, many of the thoughts which will be shared with you, right, may sometimes create a sense of anxiety, a sense of fear, and particularly when you are joining at a time when there is this corona pandemic, which is instilling an anxiety and fear not only among each one of you, but among all of us, I would say. Nobody knows what lies in store in the future with the kind of uncertainty which prevails. So how do you deal with a situation like this and make the best utilization of a very well-founded program which you are joining now? One way to do that, right, would be that you look at, you have to dive deep into whatever is being taught to you. And you have to identify, because you have to look at a career that you want to have in a particular industry, and a particular function in that industry. Now, you have to choose which industry in a situation like this, right, is going to provide you a great career opportunity. It could be, for instance, the automobile industry. Why? Because people don't want to use public transport, so everybody, youngsters are going for two-wheelers. People who used to use taxis are now wanting to have their own cars. So there is obviously demand. And obviously healthcare is another industry where there is demand. Another industry where there is demand is, no matter whether it is lockdown or unlock, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, the fact is someone from each household goes to the grocery store, which means consumer industry. Right? So you choose which industry appeals to you most. And in that industry, whenever you are doing a course or when you are going through a course, try to relate as to what concepts are being taught to you, right, can be applied to that industry. If HR is being taught to you, what kinds of HR issues will be there in an automotive industry? Now, you may be, if you are a diplomat, you say all industries appeal to me. Okay, no problem. Then what you have to see is that which industry has the maximum demand in a situation like this. And then you have to seek answers. Because all learning, my young friends, comes out of the answers that you seek to the questions which you ask. In this industry, why is this happening? What is happening? What is likely to be the outcome at the end of a certain period of time, at the end of pandemic? Will the demand stay? Will the demand drop? Is HR the main problem? Is finance the main problem? Is demand the main problem? Is supply the main problem? So keep thinking of questions, right? And seek answers. If you don't have the answer, if you can't find the answer in your books and your whatever you read or whatever you are going through in your classroom, I'm sure there could be some batchmate of yours, right, who has answers because maybe his parents or somebody who works in that industry, so he or she has the answer. Or it could be one of your professors. Or in the worst situation, Google is always there, and I'm sure you can get answers. Okay, so seek answers, right? And ultimately, at the end of the program, okay, you create your unique proposition, meaning that you have gone and applied everything that you are learning in your classroom into certain industries where you will look for a career. And you are looking for a career where, in the current situation, right, there is a great demand, okay, and you are ready. So then what happens is, when the people from that company come to interview you, and they find that here is this person, here is this student, she or he, who has such a clear conception of what our industry requires, what are the problems that we are facing, and if he has interest in finance, then what are the issues in finance that this industry is facing? What are the issues in HR this industry is facing? What are the issues in production that this industry is facing? So the student has a clear, unique proposition, right? And then, believe me, the interview will be over in a very short time, and they will say, here is the person that we are looking for. Okay. Now let us go back, right, to the examples that I had given you earlier. See, how do you make sure that when you are standing in front of the woods, which is another word for forest, okay, it is when you can find right, a small narrow path, which in Hindi we used to call pagdandi, okay, and that is the path that I have suggested to you, right? So follow that path. It will lead you to what? It will lead you to Tagore's words that there will be the fear that many of you may be experiencing is what can, in this kind of atmosphere, when we pass out, will there be jobs for us? Will we have a good job? Or whether we'll have to further study a postgraduate program? All these answers, believe me, you will get. Okay? And then go back to the example that I gave of that pupa, larva and butterfly, that you have come here maybe as a larva, maybe as a pupa, but ultimately if you have found a unique proposition for yourself, then you have become a butterfly. And actually, it will be really nice if on your notebook or on your phone, you create a picture of a butterfly, and on each wing of that butterfly, right, you keep writing as you go along, what are some of the important lessons that you have learned, right? And believe me, it will get etched in your mind, right? And then you say, and you can repeat, that woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have miles to go and miles to cover. In other words, no matter how much uncertainty may be there in the environment, right, I am ready with my unique proposition to find the way. And then, remember Tagore's words, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, into the heaven of freedom, my father, let my country obey. In other words, you have got over your fear and you can hold your head high because you have acquired a lot of self-confidence at the end of the program which they are going through now. And on that note, I wish each one of you all the very best in this program and thereafter for years to come. Thank you.
Your talk was very much appropriate at this time when we are considering new initiation for expanding the growth. Thank you, sir. From the depth of our hearts, we thank our guests of honor for all the words of wisdom that radiated a source of energy with us. Thanks one and all. I feel so honored to have our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Dr. Professor R. Venkata Rao, former Vice Chancellor, National Law School of India University, Bangalore, former Chairman, Board of Governors of Asian Law Institute. Dr. Professor Venkata Rao is the Chairperson, Vivekananda School of Law and Legal Studies, Vivekananda Schools of English Studies and Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, New Delhi. Prior to this, he served as a Vice Chancellor of National Law School of India University, Bangalore for 10 years. He has the distinction of receiving gold medal for best PhD thesis from Andhra University in 1993. He has received the Best Researcher Award from Andhra University in 2003. He has been awarded the Best Vice Chancellor Award for Outstanding Contribution to Education during the World Chancellors and Vice Chancellors Congress 2014 held at Mumbai. He has been awarded Professor N.R. Madhava Menon Best Law Teacher Award for the year 2018. He also has been awarded the Attorney General K. Parasaran Award in recognition of his outstanding scholarship in legal education by Capital Foundation Society, New Delhi in 2019. He has authored 6 books and published more than 130 papers. He has successfully guided 3 LLDs and 20 PhDs. He is also a member of different committees in Bar Council of India and is associated with prestigious bodies like UPSC, State Service Commissions, UGC and NAC, among others. To date, he has 42 years of teaching and research experience. I'm extremely glad to invite our chief guest to deliver keynote address on this orientation program.
Honorable President, Mr. Manish Kothari, the young and dynamic president of ISBR Group of Institutions, Sri Basudev Mukherjee, Sri Shiv Kumar Sharma, Sri Ajit Chakraborty, my good friend, dynamic principal, head UG campus, Professor Tapan Nayak, Dr. Balwant, principal, the Faculty of Law, my colleagues, parents, and fellow students. As to why I'm calling you fellow students, I'll tell you later. It's a privilege and honor for me to participate in this wonderful function where the 21st century hopes of this country are being welcomed into an institution whose focus is real world and real learning. My hearty congratulations to young students for having been baptized into the program of International School of Business and Research in diverse and varied disciplines like commerce, management, aviation, and law. And I congratulate you, my young students. Please remember the first thing that you're supposed to do. In our lives, three things are very precious. Three mothers, I would say. The first is the biological mother who has given birth to us. Rabindranath Tagore said, God created mother, maybe because he cannot be present everywhere. So never let down your biological mother. If your biological mother has given you birth, your foster mother, your alma mater, your International School of Business and Research, into which institution you are being initiated today, would enable you to stand on your feet. When you walk from the university to universe tomorrow, after completing the sojourn here, the status, the respect, the recognition, the dignity that you will get is because of this foster mother. Therefore, take a pledge that you will never let down International School of Business and Research throughout your life. That is the second mother. The third mother is Mother India. Who cares whether you live or die if India dies? Who dies if India lives, and who lives if India dies? Therefore, take a pledge today that you will never let down these three mothers. Your mother, your foster mother, International School of Business and Research, and Mother India. Young friends, the focus of International School of Business and Research, which is 30 years young, I would say institutions would continue to be young. It's only human beings who become old. Therefore, this dynamic institution, which is 30 years young, its focus is on real learning. Remember, learning begins in the womb of the mother, and it goes even beyond our tomb. It's one thing which has only a beginning, and it has no end. And the real learning is the purpose of education. As somebody said, one of the best definitions of education I have seen in my life is education is not information, but education is formation. Formation of a complete human being. Swami Vivekananda says, that which bridges the distance between a human being and being human is education. That's what you mean by real learning. And how privileged you are to get yourself initiated into that wonderful institution today where the focus is on real learning. And in the beginning I told you why I have addressed you as fellow students. I'll tell you. Who, when he was invited to address students in one of the colleges in Pune, immediately after Keswanda Bharati case, when there were 3 Supreme Court judges on the dais, started addressing the judges, and then he said, my dear fellow students. And then one of the judges asked, Nani, you are such a brilliant advocate, having argued so brilliantly in Keswanda Bharati case, which gave us the basic structure theory, but today you are calling yourself a student. Yes, my lord, he said. Any young person, when he is on the rolls of a university, he becomes a law student. But once he walks from the university to universe, this law student becomes a student of law. Similarly, you are a commerce student when you are on the rolls of commerce. but you are a student of commerce throughout your life. You are a student of management throughout your life. You are a student of aviation in whatever space you are. And therefore, Manipal Kivala said, I call myself a student because learning is a continuous process. Here I would like to share two experiences with you. My younger brother is in the United States of America in Silicon Valley. And when Barack Obama was seeking election for the second time for the presidency of the United States, he came to Silicon Valley and he started addressing the voters. As you know, Silicon Valley is the IT capital of the world. And most of the persons in Silicon Valley are Indians. Therefore, he wanted to woo the Indian voters. You know what he said? Barack Obama is a professor of law before he became the president of the United States. He said, fellow Americans, please remember the 4 alphabets which appear in the word American. The last 4 alphabets are ICANN. You have proved to the world that you can conquer anything. NASA is the space capital. Silicon Valley is the IT capital. But my question to you is, who is there in Silicon Valley? And be careful about youngsters from 2 nations, he said. Youngsters from India and youngsters from South Korea are aspirational, and they want not only the best, but they want better than the best. And to that generation you belong. And then in that context, he said, till yesterday, IT might have stood for information technology. But from today onwards, I would say IT stands for Indian talent. And later, many of our leaders said IT stands for Indian talent. And that Indian talent is represented by you young student friends. You are the hopefuls of the 21st century. Where Barack Obama stopped at Indian talent for IT, for the prolific writers Guru Charan Das, management students must read all his books. Law students must read all his books. Guru Charan Das wrote a book called India Grows at Night. And in that book, he said, where Barack Obama has said IT stands for Indian talent, I would say IT stands for India tomorrow. And that India tomorrow is represented by amazingly talented youngsters like you. The whole world is looking towards India today. Alvin Toffler, in one of his books, Power Shift, says, if 19th century was ruled by Great Britain and 20th century was ruled by United States, power will shift from United States in 21st century, from United States to Asia. And in Asia, India is one country which has a demographic dividend, whereas China is an aging nation, it's a geriatric nation. Therefore, power will shift to knowledge societies. And that knowledge societies you will have in abundance in India. And therefore, power will shift to India because he said in the evolution of mankind, it was the muscle power that dominated first. Muscle power gave to money power, but money power is now giving to mind power. And that mind power you have, my dear young friends. And the International School of Business and Research is the most fertile place for your creative imaginations to take wings. And I congratulate you. See, C.K. Prahalad long ago said in one of the fundamental principles of management, the bottom is crowded, but there is always room at the top. If you look at the Fortune 500 companies, the top 8 companies, the CEOs are from India. Who is Satya Nadella? Remember? Right. Who is Pichai? They are the people who had roots in this country, who had education in wonderful premier institutions. And because they could give wings to fire, and because they followed only 2 dicta in their lives, they could reach the top. What are those 2 dicta? And that you are supposed to follow. Remember, if you do a job you like, you need not work at all. Okay? That means as long as you enjoy doing something, for example, when you had joined in a college, in normal times when there was no pandemic, you used to celebrate the Freshers' Day. And for celebrating Freshers' Day, you used to work for 20 hours, 22 hours, and come early in the morning as fresh as a rose in the month of April. But when a teacher asks you to write an assignment, you say, oh, this old man has nothing else to do. That means it depends on the attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Therefore, start enjoying doing what you are. Now from +2, you have moved into the next stage in your life where you are captains of your ships. You are masters of your fate. And the secret is, as Nadella says, whatever you do in life, you do with pleasure and never under pressure. Anything. When you are preparing for exams for your 12th examination, maybe you were preparing to satisfy your parents. And when the light in the parents' bedroom was switched off, for you also switched off your light. But today, you are doing it for yourself, to make surroundings around you better. And therefore, follow the principle, do everything with pleasure and never anything under pressure. If you follow this simple principle, even if you work for 22 hours, you don't feel you are working. And as they say, remember, he is a successful person who keeps himself awake when the whole world sleeps. Remember. And therefore, keep yourself awake to transform your dreams into realities. As Abdul Kalam has said, a dream is one which you don't get in your sleep, but which makes you sleepless till you achieve it. Take a pledge today. And that will do, remember, when you have commitment, courage, conviction, devotion, dedication, determination, and discipline. Another formula you must always remember in your life is, whatever you do, follow just two principles. Passion for what you do and compassion for whom you do. You must be passionate, but you must also have that human heart, because whatever we do is for human beings. And you must face ever-changing future with an open mind, with the new ideas, because you live in the age of innovation and not renovation. And the meaning of life itself has undergone a transformation in your times. I have read a beautiful acronym, LIFE. They stand for Learn Innovation Forever. Therefore, be creative, be innovative, contribute yourselves, your knowledge. Remember, making the most judicious use of your stay in this wonderful institution to make surroundings around you a better place. And that would happen only when you have an open mind. As a philosopher has said, the objective of education is to convert an empty mind into open mind. So with an open mind, you can do anything. And remember, three things work out the best in life when they are open. Parachute, as long as it is closed, it doesn't work. Books, as long as they are closed, they don't work. You must open them. Likewise, human mind. Never close your mind. And follow one principle. Never limit the imagination of others because of your limited imagination. And never limit your imagination because of others' limited imagination. So be creative selves. You are the future hopes of this country. And my congratulations to you on your initiation today, on your baptism today. And my grateful thanks to the organizers for giving me an opportunity, for parents and you to give, for having given me such a wonderful, patient hearing. May God bless you all. Make India proud of you. Make your institution feel proud of you. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
We raise our hearts in gratitude to thank our chief guest for being with us on this event. Your presence and motivating words are a source of encouragement for all of us. Thank you, sir.
Moving forward, we have an eminent guest with us, Shruti Swaika, Principal Associate from one of the biggest law firm of India, Fox & Mandal. I request you to share your best wishes.
Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be addressing you at the inauguration ceremony of the UG 2020 batch. Thank you for inviting me. It is indeed an exciting time to be a lawyer. The legal industry is seeing changes, the likes of which it has perhaps seen last in the 1990s. The judiciary has a stronger role than ever. It is the one of the pillars of democracy, and it is being tasked with upholding the social fabric of our society today. We see it is making path-breaking judgments such as the Ram Janmabhoomi case, which will definitely change how India will be in the future. Our democratic socialist values are now in the hands of the judiciary, and of course we all know with great power comes great responsibility. Not only at a nation level, we see that judiciary is now making an impact even at our personal levels, at our family levels, at our household levels, in involving itself in the discussion of LGBTQ rights, in acknowledging live-in relationships, in reinforcing and upholding the position of women in business. It has made path-breaking changes. Only last month, the Supreme Court, in upholding the right of a daughter, the same as that of a son, or perhaps even more, in her father's HUF, it has laid down a path, the impact of which perhaps is yet to be understood in its full force. By upholding that a daughter can be a karta, the changes that are yet to be expected are far-reaching. We are yet to understand the magnitude of the effect this will have in society. All of these are very exciting changes, but of course, no discussion today is complete without discussing the COVID-19. The pandemic hasn't left the industry unaffected. The impact of the pandemic is perhaps one of the most exciting. It has rendered meaningless the gap of distances. Today, sitting from this very chair, we are attending Supreme Court hearings. Incidentally, I am sitting in my chamber in Kolkata, addressing you in Bangalore, and attending hearings in the Supreme Court in New Delhi. The time-cost gap has been nullified. Whether this will keep continuing going forward is yet to be seen. One cannot reduce the excitement that is there in wearing a court gown and attending personally in court. I hope all of you get to do that someday. But these two are exciting times. Enjoy the ride. Wishing you all the very best for the next 5 years.
Moving forward, now it's the time to release the academic calendar of the year 2020. I request our esteemed dignitaries, Shri Manish Kothari and Professor Tapan Nayak, to release the academic calendar. Thank you, sir. Excellency is a gradual result of always striving to do better. This is the most awaited moment of the day, and we are proud to announce the name of the winners. Academic Excellency Award is given to those students who perform well in academics as well as extracurricular activities. In one word, we call them all-rounders. Academic Excellency Award for the year 2020 goes to Sai Jairam, LLB 5th Sem. I congratulate him on his brilliant success. I request Manish sir to hand over the award to him. Academic Excellency Award goes to Aparna Singh Dio, BBA 6th Sem. I congratulate her on her success. Academic Excellency Award goes to Mozan Samiruddin, BBA Aviation Management, 5th SEM. Heartiest congratulations to Samiruddin. Academic Excellency Award goes to Molya Reddy, BBA LLB 3rd SEM. Congratulations, Molya. Academic Excellency Award goes to Bhavak Purohit, BBA LLB 5th SEM. Heartiest congratulations to Bhavak. A quality of a leader is reflected in the standards what they set for themselves. ISBR is lucky to have a dynamic leader, an excellent visionary who always strive for the best and have taken the institutions to a greater height. I request Mr. Manish Kothari to deliver the presidential address.
Good morning, the bright young minds and the future of our country. I am happy that the pandemic did not stop us. It did not stop our intentions to educate young minds and move them in the right direction. I am happy to see that the new batch inaugurates today. In fact, I would have been more happy to see you all in the campus. The campus with students is always brighter and full of life. I am sure we are not too far to see those days again. We are all looking forward to getting you on campus soon. I am sure all of you are also eager to come to the campus and have a great student life. A warm welcome to Dr. Venkat Rao, former Vice Chancellor, National Law School of India, Bangalore. Sir, thank you for accepting this invitation and being a part of this program. You have been an amazing support to ISBR institutions, and let me tell you, the work that you have done in the field that you are has been amazing, and we at ISBR institutions are proud of you. Also special thanks to Shri Basudev Mukherjee, Head International Research at CII, Shri Shiv Kumar Sharma, Formal General Manager, Airport Authority of India, Shri Ajit Chakravarti from IIT Kharagpur and IIM Kolkata, former Head HCL and Asian Paints. ISBR is what it is today only because of support from well-wishers like you. We thank you for accepting our invitation and being a part of this program and blessing our newcomers. Dear parents, all of you who are a part of this inauguration ceremony, we welcome you and appreciate your support to your wards and helping and guiding them to take this great decision of pursuing their higher education. Please be rest assured that they are in the right hands and our faculty team will guide them in the right direction. I was recently in a webinar with the director of IIM Raipur, and he was asked by a student, what is a good choice, to do our education this year or to postpone it to next year? And let me tell you the answer that he gave. He said, 2020 has been a challenging year with the pandemic and a testing time for all of us. Businesses have collapsed and there have been heavy layoffs. 2021 will be a year wherein all these industries and corporates will reset and reboot and put new things in place. New businesses models will emerge. Whereas 2022 will be a year where all businesses will scale up and innovate and will need the real talent that they are looking for. These would be time where opportunities will crop up. And these are the time, my dear students, you will be at the fag end of your education where you will also be looking for your internships and life projects. So, this only means that this is the right time to start your education. So all those of you who have the fear cap on your head, it's time to remove that fear cap and see that you wear the hat of confidence. On this great day, I would like to give you some tips and some inputs on how to make the best use of your 3 years or the 5-year course that you have taken at ISBR group of institutions. The first one is accept the new normal. In fact, if you look at it, the new normal has been defined. It only says that life is not going to be the way as it was before. The new life is going to have new things in it for you. Live classes and non-live classes is going to be a part of your life. Live projects, self-studies, everything is going to be a part of this new normal. You have to adjust to this normal and see that you give the best. Our faculty at ISBR have now got ready with this new normal. Right from day one, I see that excitement and attitude on your face. I wish to see that this attitude, this excitement, this spark remains the same on the day 2, on day 3, at the end of the first week, at the end of the first year, and in fact at the end of 3 years and 5 years of your programs at this institute. If this spark is as it is, right from day 1 till the end of your education, let me tell you, no one can stop you to see that all your dreams are fulfilled. The second point that I would like to talk about is, learn not only from teachers, but also from your surroundings. In fact, yesterday Narendra Modi, when he spoke to the higher education teams, he said that the new normal is in for everyone. It's time for us to start learning from our surroundings. Age back, long time back, people used to learn more from their surroundings than from their education institutions. Your teachers at our institution are going to teach you all the theoretical and practical things in life. They are also going to give you the case studies and going to empower you to the next best level. It is you who have to see that you learn from your surroundings. You learn from your peers. You learn from things happening in and around you. If at one time in financial accounting, if you are taught the accounts balance sheets, you have to see that how this balance sheet and the real balance sheet of the corporate world is the same. The moment you start comparing things from your real life to the real life, there's the practical knowledge that you are going to gain. So see to it that you not only learn from your teachers, but also from your surroundings. The third point I would like to talk about is, start networking from day 1. Networking is a very important tool. In fact, it is said that the net worth of any individual is the amount of network he possesses. ISBR is going to give you ample opportunities to network with people through your guest lectures, through your industry experts, and through many other ways. Whenever you meet them, you have to understand them. You have to find out from which field they come in, what are their strengths, and how they can support you in going forward. The moment you exchange emails with them and tell them about your intentions and your aspirations in life, these networks help you as your supporting tool. Right from day 1, start counting what is the network that I have built and how is this network going to be a part of my life. The fourth point I would like to talk about is, challenge yourself every day. Be the next better you every day. That only means that what you are today and what you are going to be tomorrow, there has to be a significant difference in that. The next better you has to be seen in the next day. That only means right from day 1 till the day you touch your 3 years or the 5 years course at this institute, there has to be a great change from the place where you started and from the place where you have reached. If this change is what you're going to monitor day in, day out, I'm going to tell you that your dream is not far away. If you wish to see that your dream comes true, it's time that you move up the ladder on the value chain right from day 1. The next point I would like to talk about is very important. Select your friends wisely. They bring out the best in you. In fact, it is said that when right from the day you are born, there are many families that you are a part of. One of the most important family at this point of your life are the type of friends you choose. In fact, these are the friends who build you in your life. The best way to understand that the friendship circle you have is right or wrong is to ask you a question. The moment any of your friend tells you to do something, ask yourself, what happens if I tell this to my parent? Will he be happy about it or will he be unhappy about it? And if your answer that comes to you is my parent is going to be unhappy with this act, then be rest assured the type of the friend who has asked you to do this is not the right friend with you. But in case the answer is yes, my parent is going to be proud of the work that I am doing, then be rest assured the type of friendship that you have with you is a qualitative one. The sixth point I would like to talk to you on this great day is Mera Kal, Mera Aaj or Mera Kal. That means my yesterday, my today and my tomorrow. Till this stage you have a yesterday with you. You have a today and you are going to build a tomorrow with you. My dear friends, what you have done yesterday is gone. What you are going to do today is going to count, and what you have in store for you for tomorrow is where you are going to reach. So what I mean by this statement is that all of you are joining this institute with a dream in mind. You have your dream for your future. You either want to be a good lawyer, or you want to be a business analyst, or you want to be a chartered accountant, or you would have set your dreams. It's time that you set your goals and compare your goals to where you are at present. You will find that there is a gap. Identify people who have already achieved these goals. Talk to them. Understand from them on how did they reach this level. What are the skills they gained to reach this level. And compare yourself at this point of time. You will find that there are certain gaps. You need to fill X, Y, Z to reach that stage. So start marking those points and see that you start covering them right from today. So that the aspirations that you have for yourself would be an easy path right from day one till you reach these stages. So that only means my today is what I am going to work on to reach my tomorrow that I have planned for myself. Dear friends, the seventh point that I would like to talk about is have gratitude and be down to earth. This only means that you have got great benefits in your life. You have reached a stage of education where many have not reached. Please pass on the knowledge to others who have not reached this stage. Have values and have gratitude for these people. Be down to earth. The eighth point that I would like to talk about is Electronic City, Bangalore is full of opportunities. Utilize it wisely. ISBR group of institutions is located in Electronic City, Bangalore, and we are surrounded by almost 300 plus companies. Now these companies are amongst the world's best. That only means a step forward and you have companies in and around you. You name them, Infosys, 3M, Wipro, TCS, all of this are in and around your campus. This place is full of opportunities. Make the best use of it. I'm sure you are all longing to come and have a look at this place. Yes, very soon we will start your institutions with live classes and soon you will be on campus. The ninth point I would like to talk about is live projects and live cases. All of you have aspirations set for yourself. You have planned on what is it you want to become in future. You either want to become a chartered accountant or a lawyer or a computer or a financial analyst. My dear friends, when I say live cases and live projects, what I mean is, say for example, you want to become a lawyer in future. You would have people in and around you who want to draft, say for example, a lease deed, or people who want to get into some arbitration matters and want to get it settled. Please get into their lives and take their problems and see that you help them sort it out by talking to your faculty, by talking to the other lawyers in the institute, by talking to your mentors, and start solving them one by one. This is the best way of learning and putting things in practice. In fact, these are the live projects. You can do it on your own and help your society to grow. The 10th point I'm going to talk about is something very close to my heart. Always aim to be an entrepreneur. This will also make you great. In fact, if you look at it, India wants to be a home of entrepreneurs. Our great Modi ji has spoken about Make in India. Our great Modi ji has in fact asked all of us to come forward and employ others. So right from day one, I want to sow this seed in your mind. You may at this point of time be thinking of some career that you want to take. Say for example, you want to become a chartered accountant. Now change this thought and try to think, I want to employ chartered accountants and make an organization of chartered accountants. Say for example, you want to become a financial analyst. Change your whole perception and your mindset to say that, how can I employ more of chartered accountants or financial analysts and make an organization out of it? Now this thought of moving forward and becoming an entrepreneur is the seed that I want to sow in your mind. There were two friends and both of them wanted to become doctors. They tried to crack all their exams and went forward in their journey. About 15-20 years down the line, they met somewhere and one of them told the other that, hey look, I'm now a doctor and this is what I do. And he asked the second one, what are you doing now? And the second one said, hey look, I tried to crack all the entrance exams but I could not do it. And I went back home and I asked myself, yes, I wanted to be a doctor but I could not. But why should I give up my dream? And he went on to set up hospitals and educational institutions to see that if he is not able to become one, he is going to create as many as possible. Now why I am telling you this is to see that you not only become one, but also create one for others. And these are the students that I would like to see that move out of ISBR group of institutions and generate employment for others. My dear students, I once again welcome you to this new beginning and pray that you make the best of your education at ISBR. I also have all the faculty members listening to me today. Now I have I have a piece of advice for all of you. All of you are going to play a very important role in these lives of the students. Moving forward, I wish to see that you are not only a teacher or a faculty to them, but I want to see that you become a mentors in their life. You play a very important role in their lives. Each of these students who are joining our institute are unique and the blessed ones. Please see that you add value to their life and move them to the next level. Teaching is a very noble profession and all of you have taken that. This is the only profession that makes a difference in the lives of others. I wish to see that you make difference in the life of these students. I would like to end with a small story to all the faculty members and the teachers who are listening to me. A young man saw his primary school teacher in his wedding. He immediately went to greet him and said him, "Teacher, do you remember me?" The teacher looked at him and said, "Not really, but yes, tell me why." And this boy said, "Teacher, in 3rd grade, when you were my teacher, I had stolen a watch in the class. The other boy complained and then you immediately asked every other student to come in a straight line. You then asked each of the students to close their eyes. You went to each one of them and started checking them. And when you reached me, you found that the watch was in my pocket. You immediately took the watch and moved back and asked everyone to open their eyes. And he said that this is the watch that I found. You did not tell others my name or who the student was. That brought in a great change in me. It was because of you that I realized that what I did was wrong, and now I have come up in life." Now this teacher called this boy near him and said, "Hey, look, at that point of time, even my eyes were closed." And this is what a teacher plays a role in the life of the students. So my teachers, my faculty, I wish that you become one in the lives of these students also. You add so much of value in them that then when they move out in this world, they are the best ones to spread the knowledge to this external world. With these few words, once again, I welcome you all and wish you all a great future and a great journey with ISBR. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Saying thank you is more than good manners. It is a good spirituality. I would like to call upon Professor Komala to propose the vote of thanks.
I wish a very good afternoon to the Honorable Chief Guest, our most esteemed corporate guest, respected Managing Director, beloved Principal, teachers, parents and my dear students. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and successful event. Once, a great man said, "Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." Today, I take this opportunity to put all my gratitude in the form of words. On behalf of the ISBR institutions, I would like to thank our Chief Guest, Dr. R. Venkata Rao, former Vice Chancellor, National Law School of India, University, for taking his precious time out and consenting to be the chief guest. Thank you, sir. Indeed, your words have inspired the students. I would like to thank guest of honor of today's function, Shri Basudev Mukherjee, Shri Shivakumar Sharma, Shri Ajit Chakravarti for their motivational speech. I am sure that students, parents and all present here will have a lot to take away from the speech. I thank our respected Managing Director, Shri Manish Kotari, who graced us with his presence and guidance. Thank you, sir, for sharing with us your words of wisdom. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by our beloved principal, Professor Tapan Nayak. You have been a constant support and you gave us lot of encouragement. Thank you, sir. I thank all the corporate guests and special invitees for taking time from your respective schedules to grace this special occasion. I also extend my thanks to our Administrative Manager, Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, and Facility Manager, Captain Rajan, for their enormous support and guidance in the organization of this event. I extend my sincere thanks to the teaching and non-teaching staff for their great efforts in the organizing this event. Last but not least, I thank all the students for showing their interest in the program. Once again, I thank everyone for making this program a grand success. Thank you all.
It's rightly said, days are not lost when memories are created. With the beautiful memories of today, we wind up the session with National Anthem. Let us all rise for the National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. I congratulate all of you for choosing ISBR institutions, which is known for molding the student's life in the brightest possible way. I wish you all the very best for your upcoming journey. Thank you.